Ready to build a deck but not sure what tools to use? Air-powered tools such as nailers and an impact driver can help make it faster and easier for you to finish certain deck building steps. In this video, we'll show you when it's appropriate to use a nailer and impact driver and give you some tips on using these tools. Nailers are most helpful once you're ready to install joists, fasten bridging, and install deck boards. The impact driver is very useful to attach deck boards with screws. This video assumes you have created a deck design and plan to use pressure-treated lumber. Here are the tools and supplies you will need: air compressor, hose and fittings, framing nailer, fasteners, palm nailer, impact driver, safety glasses. Now let's get started by using a palm nailer and framing nailer to install joists. The joists are typically connected to the ledger board with joist hangers. After marking the location for each joist, use a palm nailer to attach both sides of the joist hanger to the ledger board using 1.5-inch hardened nails. You will notice that the palm nailer has a magnet inside, so the nail stays in place very easily. Place the joist in the hanger and drive nails into both sides of the joist. This same technique can be used for installing metal framing connectors. Next, you want to toe nail the joist to the beam using the framing nailer and galvanized ring shank nails. Insert the nail where the joist rests on top of the beam. After all the joists are installed and cut to length, use a framing nailer to attach the rim joists. Position the rim joist and nail through the rim into the end of each joist. Joist hangers can be installed with a palm nailer, using the same technique as on the ledger board. Bridging is sometimes installed between the joists to add strength and stability to a deck. This will stiffen the deck and keep the joist from twisting. Bridging should be installed at the midpoint of the joist span. Cut the bridging pieces to the dimension between the joists using the same size lumber as the joist. Place the piece of bridging between the joists and shoot a 2.5-inch nail through the joist into the end of the bridge. The bridge pieces should be offset in an alternating pattern to allow for nailing. There are several options for installing deck boards. Typically, deck boards are fastened with deck screws. A pneumatic impact driver is a very useful tool for this task. The Campbell Hausfeld TL0571 impact driver weighs less than 2 pounds, making it less than half the weight of a typical cordless drill driver. This means it is a lot easier for you to screw down the hundreds, if not thousands, of deck screws in a standard deck. After you've decided on your decking pattern, position the boards on the joists. Use the impact driver to drive the screws through the decking board into the joist. Drive 2 screws where each board crosses a joist. Use the shank of a nail to maintain a uniform gap between the decking boards. The fastest and more economical way to install deck boards is by using a framing nailer with galvanized or coated nails. When using a framing nailer, it is important to control the nail penetration in order to leave a clean, finished appearance. Always test the nail penetration with a piece of scrap wood first. The nail head should be flush with the deck board. The nail depth can be changed first by adjusting the air pressure. Then you can fine-tune it with the adjustable depth of drive feature. Refer to your nailer instructions for details. Drive 2 nails where each board crosses a joist. We hope this video helps you save time and money building a deck. For more air-powered projects, visit chpower.com.